Welcome, welcome, welcome to the MasterMind Library. I am. They call me Ferdinand, the bringer of balance, leader of many disciplines, and your host of the MasterMind Library. We're here today. It's a special day. We are in a very special book, Sacred Woman by Queen Afua. Ladies, go buy this book. If you don't have the money to buy this book, that's okay. Listen to these recordings. They're all on fhtii.com. All right. Listen to these recordings, whatever it is you need to do to get this knowledge, but get this knowledge. This is some valuable information that is going to help rebalance our societies around the world, to help heal the womb, to help take us to everlasting life more abundantly. Queen Afua made sure that we had the keys necessary. And we've had many healers throughout time who have been focused on giving us the tools that we need. She is one of them. Go buy this book. All right. So we are in chapter 6, Gateway 1, Sacred Words. All right. So let's go ahead and get right in this. Gateway 1, Sacred Words. Spiritual Guardian, Tahuti. Ancestors, Zora Neale Hurston, Margaret Walker. Elders, Maya Angelou, Toni Morrison, Camille Yarbrough, Nikki Giovanni. Contemporaries, Edwidge Danticat, Jessica Care Moore. Sacred Word Altar Work. I'll put this up on the screen for y'all to see. Telling y'all, ladies, go get this book. Some valuable information in here that you want. You can screenshot it for yourself. Hopefully you can see it. Pause it, screenshot it. Hold on to them screenshots. If you need to, you could take these screenshots and you can kind of go in Photoshop or Canva and recreate these for yourself. Whatever it is you need to do. Maybe you just draw them out on a piece of paper. Whatever it is that you need to do, go ahead and go down this journey. Go down this path. Gateway 1, Sacred Words, Daily Spiritual Observances. Gateway element, air. In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word began in Nu, the womb, the first primordial waters. The sacred words rule the throat center. The sacred words initiation eliminates communication problems and blocks in the expression of your creativity. It eradicates the expression of destructive, debilitating words that lessen self and others. The sacred words initiation gives you the power to communicate honestly, creatively, and holistically throughout every aspect of your life. The sacred words initiation teaches you to speak words that build, rejuvenate, and heal self and others. Gateway 1, sacred words work will help you to eliminate sacred word blockages, thyroid problems, bronchitis, throat blockage, laryngitis. The spiritual exercises of ascension are to be performed daily for 7 days. The number for the spirit. They will awaken your inner gateways of divinity so that you may come to your full sacred center. 1. The spiritual bath. A bath with eucalyptus essential oil heals the respiratory system and throat. It attunes you to the power of Tahuti, guardian of the spoken word, and promotes honest, reliable, and successful communication or creative expression. Since eucalyptus is a strong essence, use it sparingly, 1 to 2 drops only on the body. When bathing, add 4 to 6 drops of eucalyptus oil to your bath water. Remember, don't add the oil until your bath is almost full. 2. Your altar. Set up your sacred altar on the first day of your entry into this gateway. You may set up your altar according to your own spiritual or religious beliefs. Sit quietly and meditatively before your altar, on the floor, on a pillow, or in a chair. Also add a few drops of eucalyptus to your baptism bowl on your altar and sprinkle a few drops around your prayer space. Anoint with eucalyptus oil. Select only pure essential oils. Use eucalyptus oil to anoint your crown, to anoint your crown, your forehead, the body temple gateway of supreme spirituality. Your heart, the body temple gateway of compassion and divine love. The womb area, the bottoms of your feet, to spiritually align yourself to step out in power, promise, and faith, and the palms of your hands to make everything you touch become more sacred. Anoint your throat to support sacred communications and to heal all energy blockages at the throat center. 3. Opening the gateway. To invoke each gateway's spiritual guardian, you may use whatever words pour from your heart. For example, here's a prayer that might be used at Gateway 1. Sacred and divine Tahuti, spiritual guardian of the gateway of sacred words, please accept my deepest gratitude for your healing presence on my altar and in my life. Thank you for your guidance and inspiration, and for your love and blessings. And please accept my love and blessings in return. Hetepu. As you offer your prayer, simultaneously shake, ring, beat, or rattle a sacred instrument, sistrum bell, drum, shekeri, or bells, to awaken the neter that is indwelling. 4. Libation. Pour a libation for the sacred words gateway from a special cup, or sprinkle water from a bowl onto the earth or into a plant as you call out, giving praise and adoration. Pour a libation as you say, all praise and adoration to the spiritual guardian, Tehuti, the protector of the sacred word and divine intelligence. Pour a libation as you say, all praise and adoration to the ancestors, mothers of the sacred word, Zora Neale Hurston and Margaret Walker. Pour a libation as you say, all praise and adoration to the elders of the sacred word, Maya Angelou, Toni Morrison, Camille Yarbrough, and Nikki Giovanni. Pour a libation as you say, all praise and adoration to my divine self and my contemporary divine sisters, Edwidge Danticat and Jessica Care Moore, who honor the sacred word. 5. Sacred Woman Spirit Prayer. Ring a bell or play another sacred instrument at the beginning and end of this prayer. As you open your palms to the sacred spirit or gently place them over your heart, recite Sacred Woman Spirit Prayer. Sacred Woman in the making. Sacred Woman reawaken. Sacred Spirit, hold me near. Protect me from all harm and fear. Beneath the stones of life, direct my steps in the right way as I journey through this vision. Sacred Spirit, surround me in your most absolute perfect light. Anoint me in your sacred purity, peace, and divine insight. Bless me, truly bless me, as I share this sacred life. Teach me, Sacred Spirit, to be in tune with the universe. Teach me how to heal with the inner and outer elements of air, fire, water, and earth. 6. Sacred Word Prayer. Ring bells, beat sacred drums, or play another instrument at the beginning and ending of this prayer. Divine Creator, Creatress, assist me in speaking Heka, words of power. May my words be anointed. May my words not damage a soul. Divine Mother, help me to speak words that heal, words that empower, words that build, words that transform. Help me guide my words so no venom passes my lips and no destruction results from my speech. Rather, may my words impart light to souls who are seeking your face. If my words show me to be out of divine right order, may my mind and mouth be cleansed. Help me to not speak words that break down the divine in me or in my sister or my brother, my mate, my child, my elders, or my ancestors. Divine Creator, Creatress, place my words upon my lips that make my voice disperse sacred medicine. May my words be lotus blossoms that encourage all the souls I meet to reach for greater heights. May my words speak with your breath and sing your sweet song of life. Because of the words and the evolved tones that I utter, may goodness follow me all the days of my life. 7. Chanting Hezi. Chant this hezi from the first language. Mtu, metu neter, 4 times. Nuk pu neter hunt, I am a sacred woman. 8. Fire breaths. Prepare your fire breaths by slowly inhaling 4 times and exhaling 4 times. Then, when totally at ease, begin your fire breaths. Inhale deeply like a pump through your nostrils, mouth closed, as you expand the breath down into the abdomen, then back up to the chest, and then exhale fully out as your abdomen contracts in and your lungs release your breath completely. Repeat this breath rapidly, releasing your breath completely in and out. Allow each deep fire breath, rapidly inhaling and exhaling through your nostrils, to represent the opening of the 1,000 lotus petals of illumination and radiance that lead to Nefer Atum, the ultimate African lotus station of divinity. We begin with 50 to 100 breaths in Gateway 0. We move to 200 breaths in Gateway 1. At each new gateway, you will add 100 more fire breaths until you are performing 1,000 breaths of power and light. Gate 9, Gateway 1, Sacred Word Meditation. Increase the length of time you spend in meditation every 7 days. The longer you remain in meditation, the deeper your inner peace will be, and the more solid your spirit will become. The cleaner your body temple, the sooner you will be able to live permanently in a state of peace and inner balance in your meditative state. Breathe Tahuti, the guardian of sacred word and divine intelligence, into your mind and your heart, and purge out mental chatter, toxic speech, and word blockages that create confused speech. Now breathe in for 4 counts and out for 4 counts 7 times, so that the power of the words you speak may heal yourself and all others as you meditate on the color yellow. Ma'at, feather meditation. Our ancestors placed a feather on the scales of Ma'at to weigh the tongue against the heart, so that our words may always be balanced and in harmony. While performing your morning spiritual observances and before you begin your Tahuti meditation, take your feather of Ma'at and place it over or in front of your mouth for a few moments in quiet meditation. Visualize Ma'at on your tongue, guiding your every word. After your meditation with the Ma'at feather, speak this prayer in your sweetest tones. I am pure of heart and pure of tongue. My life is created through my words. May Tehuti bless and keep me. Color visualization. Visualize the color yellow at the gateway. As you perform your meditation, wear yellow and/or place a yellow cloth on your altar. Yellow is the color for divine wisdom and high intelligence. It carries positive, magnetic currents that strengthen your nerves and brain. Sacred stone meditation. While in meditation, hold in your palm over your mouth the sacred healing stone of Gateway 1, the aquamarine, which aids in unblocking throat congestion. It also promotes clarity and purity of vision, and the ability to express truth through the power of the spoken word. 10. Herbal tonics. Drink eucalyptus herbal tea, parts used, the oil of the leaves. Helps to open up the throat center to enhance clear expression and creativity. Use your eucalyptus tea or tonic for 7 days to receive the full benefit of tuning into Gateway 1. Drink your herb tea in your favorite mug during or after spiritual writing. Preparation. Use 1 tea bag to 1 cup of water. Boil water in a glass, clay, or stainless steel pot. Turn off flame and add tea to steep before or after your morning bath or sacred shower. Strain herbs from water. Then drink with joy and peace as you breathe between sips and settle into easy contemplation and reflection. 11. Flower essences. To deepen your experience of Gateway 1, choose from the following flower essences. Take 4 drops 4 times per day directly on or under the tongue, or add the same amount to a small glass of purified water and sip. For instructions on how to choose flower essences, see page 23. Calendula, contacting the healing power of the word, using words as a positive healing force. Cosmos, speaking with clarity and depth with speech tends to be too rapid or inarticulate. Trumpet vine, clarity and vitality in verbal expression. Snapdragon, addresses issues of lashing out, using biting or cutting words, supports emotionally balanced communication. Heather, addresses problems of self absorption, excessively talking about one's problems. Larch, confidence and self expression, heals the throat, communication and creativity chakra. 12. Diet. Follow the Sacred Woman transitional dietary practices presented for gateways 1 through 3. 13. Sacred word journal writing. This is best done after internal cleansing, enema, and or meditation. When you are cleansed and centered, you can receive spiritual messages from the One Most High with grace. When you are in the spirit, messages travel down through your spirit mind to your heart, into your hand, and onto the paper. This is how I do all my writing. The best time to receive your spiritual inspired written work is after you have completed your altar work, between the hours of 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. Keep your journal and a very special pen by or on your altar to work with the power, force, and stillness at the coming of dawn, the hour of Nebhet. Affirm your daily life. Write in your journal at this time any thoughts, activities, experiences, and interactions that present themselves. You can also write down your visions, desires, dreams, and affirmations so that you will be able to draw on these resources when help and support are most needed. Consult Sisheta. If you find that you are unable to contact your inner voice during your journal work, call Sisheta, the keeper and revealer of secrets, who is indwelling to assist and speak through you. To inspire your journal work, place on your altar a rolled up piece of papyrus tied with a ribbon. Slip a pin under the ribbon. 14. Sanab freedom shawl or quilt. Choose a new piece of cloth that corresponds to the gateway color, indicated in exercise 9 of your daily spiritual observances or in sacred altar work, to add to your Sanab freedom shawl or quilt. This cloth will serve as a mini canvas to represent your experience in the gateway you are working in. Also, collect meaningful symbols that can be added to your shawl or quilt in a plique or patchwork style. You can add stones, other natural objects, collectibles, family heirlooms, photographs that have been reprinted on fabric, or any other significant items that embody the essence of your experience. Give your imagination free rein and let your craftswoman spirit tell your story. For more information about the Sanab Freedom Shawl or quilt, see pages 122 to 125. 15. Sacred tools. Use a tape recorder or video camera to observe how you use words. See page 151. 16. Sacred reminder. Throughout the week, observe closely the wisdom presented for the gateway you are in. For maximum results, live freely and harmonize with the various systems of wellness and practice the 7-day transformative work at the end of the gateway. Closing sacred words. Mother, Father, Creator, Creatress, help me to speak sacred words to myself and to all others, making the word sacred. Thousands of years ago, on the walls of their temples, our ancient African Nile Valley ancestors summed up who we were and who we are by nature in the language of the Metu Neter, the words of the divine, revealing to us the depths of our sacredness. Nuk pu, nuk ku, ami ku, kiman, experu, im, neter ha, nuk ua, im, Inu, In, Ku, Amu, Ku. I am a shining being and a dweller in light, who has been created and who came into existence from the limbs of Neter, the creator creatress. I am one of those lights dwelling in the light. Repeat these words throughout your day to become one with your sacred self. As you speak the sacred words, know that no one can ever take your light away from you, for the source of your light is Neter, our blessed, eternal creator, creatress. If we embrace our true sacredness and allow our light to shine, then this suffering earth on which we live shall be healed. With the clarity and the strength of the creator creatress from which you come, let no place, person, or thing prevent your sacred light from coming forth. Note, for those who would like to speak in the original language of our ancestors as you read through the gateways, the words for sacred women are Natur Himt. I am a sacred woman is Nukpu Natur Himt. A sacred woman is a spiritual woman who relies completely and absolutely on the creator creatress for all things. A sacred woman is spirit moving. She is natural and pure in all her actions, thoughts, ways, and words. She resides in the house of healing and transformation, inspired by Nebhet. All who enter her aura are healed by her presence. When a sacred woman enters a room, the vibrations of the people and the room are raised and filled with light. Due to her sacredness, wherever she walks, the ground becomes sacred. She holds no anger, revenge, rage, or strife. In her spirit, she carries the ancient African feather of Ma'at, which symbolizes truth, justice, and righteousness, indicating that her heart is as light as a feather. Free of malice and disease, the sacred woman feels no pain. Her developed spiritual wisdom means that she allows absolutely nothing to disturb her peace, calm, and grace. She moves in confidence, unfazed by earthly confusion, illusion, or madness because she is certain that the Most High moves and breathes through her being. Throughout this sacred woman's journey of life, she heals all things. A sacred woman is a holy woman, a whole woman. A sacred woman is a spiritual woman who is Neter conscious, God conscious, Allah conscious, Alu Dumer conscious, Jehovah conscious, Krishna conscious, Yeshua conscious, grandmother, grandfather, spirit conscious. A sacred woman is filled with the light and love of the Most High Supreme, and she shares this love brilliantly with whoever enters her life walk. A sacred woman's love is so fierce, so deep, that she can reclaim a man from jail, a homeless person off the street, a man who is high and dry, and wrap him up, pack him with clay, scrub him, soak him, steam him, feed him, and pray him into being his true self, a high king. This is the natural power and skill of the sacred woman. No one can compare to her. Sacred woman affirmations. As a sacred African woman, I stand firm and empowered by my ancestry, with the guidance and blessings of my elders, ancestors, and guardian spirits, my divine sacred Netaru. I speak myself into power. Recite these principles aloud daily and claim the power of the word to strengthen your divine role as a sacred woman as you bring a healing spirit forth on every plane of existence. I am a sacred woman filled with the spirit of the Most High Supreme. I am a sacred woman full of love and grace. I am a sacred woman pure in state. I am a sacred woman spreading healing across the land. I am a sacred woman radiant and bright. I am a sacred woman bringing forth the light. I am a sacred woman moved only in the spirit. I am a sacred woman standing tall and strong. I am a sacred woman healthy, wealthy, and all wise. I am a sacred woman working magic from my kitchen healing laboratory. I am a sacred woman, a natural beauty in all ways. I am a sacred woman holding no malice for man or woman. I am a sacred woman empowered with freedom and harmony. I am a sacred woman working skillfully with nature's four elements, calling air, fire, water, earth. Come journey with me as we work, restoring harmony upon the earth. Charging your power with sacred words. Think about the affirmations you say daily for your womb. Because you can speak yourself into wellness just the way you can speak yourself into sickness. Always remember that. So even if you had a traumatic day, you can change the words around to make your life work for you. Take the higher road. Say, that was a very challenging day, but I am victorious because I am still standing. We choose the words we say, and we must recognize the real power they carry. There could have been a fire in your house, but you choose to say, I still have my life. I have the lives of my children. Give praise that there's something to still give praise about. Suppose you had your womb removed. What words of power could be affirming? I still have my womb spirit. I still have my life. I still have the ability to create. Always look for the higher road. Always look for that word that will help to recharge your spirit. That's the sacred word. You choose and create your world through the words that you speak. So if you are constantly saying words like I don't have any, I am tired, I can't make it, my needs aren't being met, I don't have anybody, then you carry all that energy in your aura. Words like those weigh your spirit down and weigh you down. When you are worn down, disease can enter your energy field and attack your sacred womb. So we have to protect our sacred womb, our sacred seat, by watching our minds. We have to keep our minds up on high. Watch the words we speak and feed our body temple the right words, higher thoughts, and higher food. One way to do this is by being in communication with high queens who are going in the same direction we are. We can change ourselves, but it will take some time. It takes learning to change your words to reflect the Spirit. It takes your continual prayers and your affirmations and meditations. Think of the martial artists. How do they become black belts? Through discipline, through consistency, through constantly working it out and mastering themselves. If they get knocked down, they learn how to fall. When I was studying martial arts, it took me months and months and months just to learn how to break a fall. That was so important. How to break a fall with grace so that you don't break your arms or legs. You may drop down, but there's a positive way to drop down and a negative way. Instead of just falling down or out, you say, oh, I'm falling. It's time to rest. That's a message of sacred words telling you it's not time to break down and fall apart. It's a good message from our body telling us it's just time to go and get some rest. It may take 15 minutes to talk to your spirit and another 15 minutes to do a womb meditation or a womb affirmation. It is golden time that will come back to you 100-fold. When we speak conscious words, we are speaking ourselves into power, into wellness, into healing. Whenever we think of our womb being whole, we are actually rebuilding it. We are healing our wombs from all of the traumas we have gone through. That's why our words and thoughts are so powerful. We are always growing from our lessons, our experiences, and every day is a new beginning. There is always a new healing opportunity to look forward to. We are divine by nature. We have been divine from the beginning of time, and we will be for all eternity. Sacred silence. Sometimes we as women can talk too much. Let us be mindful of our words. Some talk uplifts and some talk uplifts and encourage. Other talk can destroy one's spirit and bring harm to one's soul. Nevertheless, healing talk coming from healthy, whole beings can take you on high and heal your world and everyone in it. There will come a time in your sacred development when you will have purified your soul so much that you will become quiet and still. You will rest from talking. You will have purified your heart. Your feelings of jealousy, judgment, anger, rage, guilt, bitterness, wickedness, and other negativity that separates you from the creator creatress and keeps you from agitated and in a state of toxic talking. With time and healing, all this will wash away in a bath of silence. There is a cosmic conversation going on within you, but you have to be quiet to hear this sweet language of the unspoken. In the stillness of your inner silence, your purity will allow you to hear the language of the trees, the grass, the wind, the healing rays of the sun. Spirit and nature speak the same language, the language of the creator creatress. As your sacredness fills you more and more, you will step into a world of peacefulness, a place where the life energy is just waiting to answer your questions and help you attain your full magnificence. Enough talking. Do a talk fast. Go within, pray, and meditate. In this way, you will ignite your spiritual powers, and they will quietly impart answers you may be seeking. When you find yourself quiet in a world of so much activity, the world may see you as detached or aloof, but in reality, you are within the sweet, quiet state that comes from inner listening and deep purification. Through silence, you will discover that when you do not speak, when you do not need to speak, your words will carry more weight and be more profound because you have gathered energy from your power source, that silent place of inner peace. As your quiet sacredness unfolds, you will come to know and understand the blessings of detachment. Through detachment comes purity. When you experience a loving state of detachment, it is to your advantage and to the advantage of others, for then you have the capacity to love unconditionally, the ability to allow love to flow into you and through you uninterrupted. That is freedom, the freedom to love no matter what. When you are in a loving, detached, quiet state, know that the magical peace that you are experiencing is undisturbed by conditions, circumstances, people's utterances, or mood swings. There are many blessings that are excuse me. There are many blessings that being in your quiet state of detachment can bring. When people are in your life actively and you are interacting in a good way, you feel blessed. And when it's time for them to move on, you feel equally blessed. You are able to release them to go and grow. The gift of peace is that nothing disturbs your inner stillness. If someone says, I love you, it's good. And if they say the opposite, it's still good because you trust in the Most High living within you. And you know that all that happens to and through you is good. You have faith that things are working out on your behalf. And this makes you stronger and wiser and gives you spiritual muscle. Use every experience to lift you up as you advance spiritually on the path of purification and sacredness. Keep peace at the center of your life as the quiet state of loving detachment flowers from your talk fasts. A talk fast experience. 1. Go into nature and sit within her profound quiet. Breathe in that green meadow of grass and trees, or listen to the sound of the mighty ocean. Absorb a running brook, or simply lie back and view the beauty around you. 2. Try to be quiet from 1 to 4 hours a day. Go within and experience the joy and peace of quietness. Fast from talking. And when you see a brother or sister in your travels, bow to him or to her in your silence. And from your heart, send absolute quiet and love. If they are tuned into their own quietness, they will feel your unspoken love, for they are deep enough to respond to the voice of the heart. 3. Go about your life undisturbed as you move within the sweet silence. Be ever so quiet. This is a place and a state where heaven on earth truly dwells. 4. At the end of your day, sit in silence. sipping a cup of quiet herb tonic, and ask yourself, did I bring harm to anyone with my words? If so, clean it up. Then go within and be quiet once again. 5. Write down in your sacred womb journal the whisperings and inner knowings that come to you in your sacred silence. Quiet herb tonic. This is a tea to quiet and still the soul. Enjoy it during your talk fast. 1 teaspoon dried chamomile, 1 teaspoon dried hops, 5 to 10 drops valerian extract. Boil 2 cups of water in a glass, clay, or stainless steel pot. Turn off the flame. Then add herbs. Steep 20 minutes. Drink as you quietly sit back to contemplate. Journal entry for sacred words. Ra, goddess from the Netaru cipher. Sacred words manifest in the silence. Daughters of divinity, chant the libations of surrender as the creator creatress channels forth universal truth. Sacred words live in the spirit, the essence of self, which journeys from land to land, gathering pearls of wisdom and healing along the way. Sacred words dance in the temple of the goddess, surrounding raw-filled auras with infinite blessings, guiding purposeful steps that build upon destiny's path. Sacred words bear the seeds of organic fruit, nourishing weary souls with the nectar of upliftment, filling empty vessels with love, abundance, and joy. Sacred words play upon the lips of sacred women and hold the potency of ancestral ways with enough mystical magic to heal the world. Sacred words unfold in courage, speaking the unspeakable with clarity, vision, and purpose, sending messages of honor and protection. Sacred words rest in the heart and awaken to the joyful sounds of promise, radiating light channeled from above. Yolanda Tribble drinks from a purified gourd. As y'all can see, ladies, go get this book. Read it to your daughters. Brothers, go get this book. Read it to your daughters. Read it to your wife. Read it to your mama. Read it to your grandmother. Read it to your auntie. Aunties, read it to your daughters. Read it to your grandma. Read it to your mama. Read it to your friend. Y'all read it together. Listen, ladies, go get this book and read it. Okay? Read it together. Transitional dietary practices for Gateway 1 through 3. In Gateways 1 through 3, you will eat 60% cooked, steamed, and 40% raw, live, uncooked food. Before breakfast, kidney liver flush. See page 72. Breakfast, freshly pressed fruit juices, 8 to 12 ounces. Dilute with 8 to 12 ounces of pure water. With Heal Thyself Green Life Formula 1 to 2 tablespoons. Fruit juice rule. Eating fruit and drinking fruit juices is done 1 hour before each meal for greater digestion. Fruits, acid fruits, grapefruit, lemons, limes, oranges, tangerines, subacid fruits, apples, pears, plums, cherries, berries, peaches. No bananas. Do not mix acid and subacid fruits together. Include cooked whole wheat, dairy-free pancakes with maple syrup 1 to 3 times a week, or rice, soy, sesame, or almond milk. Lunch, freshly pressed vegetable juices, 8 to 12 ounces. Dilute with 8 to 12 ounces of water. With Heal Thyself Green Life Formula 1 to 2 tablespoons. Large raw salad. Use red and or green cabbage as a base, adding okra, kale, cauliflower, turnip greens, mustard greens, broccoli, or seaweed in any form, i.e. kelp, dulce, hijiki, wakame, nori. No tomatoes, but include plenty of sprouts, such as alfalfa and mung bean. Proteins, choose only one. Choose one only. Sprouts, beans, peas, avocado, lentils, texturized vegetable protein. If you are a flesh eater in transition, prepare baked fish, soy chicken, or organic chicken 1 to 3 times a week. You can also include raw soaked nuts, almonds, filberts, walnuts, Pecans. Avoid cashews and peanuts, including roasted peanuts and seeds. Sunflower pumpkin. Starches. You may eat grains 4 to 7 times a week. These foods must be eaten in moderation. Choose one of the following: millet, bulgur, brown rice, couscous, baked white potato or yam, corn on the cob, steam or eat raw, whole wheat and sprouted bread, dry toasted. Dinner. Repeat lunch, but after the sun goes down, do not eat proteins or starches. Eat only live foods. For example, salads, fruit and vegetables, steamed vegetables, vegetable soup, broth. Dietary supports, nutritional supplements. Heal Thyself Green Life Formula 1. This formula contains all the vitamins and minerals the body temple needs. Take 3 times a day with juice or take some form of chlorophyll, such as powdered wheatgrass, 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon, or liquid, 1 to 2 ounces, with distilled water, powdered spirulina, 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon, or liquid, 1 to 2 ounces, with distilled water, powdered blue green manna, 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon, or liquid, 1 to 2 ounces, with distilled water. If stressed, take 25 to 50 milligrams of vitamin B complex, or you may have skin eruptions. Vitamin B complex also strengthens the nervous system and rejuvenates skin and hair. For poor memory or in poor circulation, take 1 tablespoon of granulated lecithin. Helps to clear out the arteries for increased circulation. Take 500 to 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C daily to build immune system and fight colds and infections. Ester C is easier on the digestive system. Heal Thyself Breath of Spring, optional. 3 drops twice a day with warm water, particularly during hay fever season. See the product list in the appendix. Internal cleansing. Take enemas 3 times a week. Begin by taking enemas 7 nights in a row. Then continue 3 times a week throughout the weeks you are journeying through gates 1 to 3. Also take 3 tablets of Cascara Sagrada with 8 ounces of water before bedtime every other day. For deep cleansing, take 1 to 3 colonic irrigations during a 21-day fasting period. Physical activity. Do your dance of the womb exercises 15 to 30 minutes daily. See Gateway 3, Sacred Movement. Do fire breath meditation 5 to 15 minutes daily. Rejuvenation bath. Put 1 to 4 pounds of Epsom salt in your bath 7 nights straight. Or use 1 pound Dead Sea salt with the same routine. Time for soaking 15 to 30 minutes. Then shower off all salts. Do not use bath salts if you have high blood pressure. Heal Thyself Master Herbal Formula 2. Boil 5 to 6 cups of purified or distilled water. Turn off the flame and add 3 teaspoons herbs. Strain in the morning and drink before 2 p.m. See Chapter 3 in Part 2. Queen Afua's Rejuvenating Clay Application. Follow instructions in Chapter 3 of Part 2 and Gateway 4, Sacred Beauty. Other nature cures. Drink 2 to 4 quarts of distilled water daily. You may add the juice of 1 lemon or lime and or a sacred crystal to the water. Caution, do not swallow the crystal. 7 words, 7-day transformation work. Identify and write down words or phrases that block you from your blessings. How frequently or infrequently do you think them or speak them? Toxic words and ambiguous words can set you up for a painful, non-productive life. Identify and make 2 lists in your journal. One for words or phrases that disempower you, and another list for words or phrases that empower you. How frequently or infrequently do you think them or speak them? Observe how your use of words has created the present and past conditions of your life. Affect and direct your life in a more productive way by practicing power words. By observation and reflection homework, you will get a clearer picture of why your life is in its current state. You will witness how you have created your world with each word spoken or unspoken. Capiritize your words. Kapira is comedic for transformation. For example, rather than saying I'm tired, say I need rest. Instead of saying I'm sick, say I'm detoxifying. Instead of I hate my job, say I'm seeking other employment. Instead of I'm trying, say I'm doing. Instead of I can't, say I can. Instead of I don't have, say I have all that I need to get what I want. Instead of I hate her, him, say I accept how he behaves, even if I don't agree with his, her behavior. Be careful not to make yourself or others ill through your choice of words. When you transform and restore the healing power of your words, you will transform and restore harmony in your life. Experiment with other ways to purify your words. Perform a toxic word fast and avoid gossip, backstabbing, and empty, wasteful words spoken to self and others. Fill your mind with the divine thoughts by reading spiritually charged healing material. Highlight the most healing words. Commune with individuals who speak from the heights. If you must watch TV or videos, make sure your viewing is filled with food for your soul. At all costs, avoid violent, aggressive TV that feeds poisonous thought forms and expressions. Eat live, organic vegetarian foods that feed the mind. Avoid sugar in all forms unless it's natural sugar from fruit. Sugar deteriorates and eats up the brain tissue like lye, and so it deforms your words over time. Drink 2 quarts of water daily to help flush negative thoughts out of your system and energy field. Daily for the next 7 days, flush out old, impacted waste and gases from your colon with enemas, herbal laxatives, okra, flaxseed, or freshly prepared apple juice. If you have a clean colon, you have a clean mind that expresses itself by speaking sacred words. Avoid cursing yourself or others in the open or in silence. Be truthful at all times. Avoid lying. Partake of spiritual conversations with others. Speak of spiritual development, of ascension, of self healing, and of the release of one's condition. Encourage others in conversation to release poisonous words, ways, and toxic habits out of daily life. Avoid intoxicants and toxins, drugs, alcohol, sugar, table salt, flesh, and fast foods. Remember, words are like hezi, sacred chants. The words you choose dictate the condition of your soul. Transform your life by speaking spiritually charged words. Write 9 empowering affirmations in your journal to build your new lifestyle. Speak these words of power every day in silence and out loud, and see how your life begins to heal and improve. Also, be aware of your quiet thoughts. They too are words. Remember, unspoken doesn't mean not heard. Be observant of how your friends or associates talk about you. As you reevaluate your world of words, decide whether you should continue the relationship, limit it, or eliminate it. Are the words spoken about you defeating you or strengthening you, losing you or improving and empowering you? Words can heal, soothe, or hurt. What about the words you speak to your associates, family, or friends? What about your word? What are your words doing to them? Or what are their words doing to you? Wash your sacred words the way you wash your walls and your floors. Scrub your words until they are clean, each and every one of them. Make them sacred. If someone is cursing you or you are cursing another, then you need to change your existence by cleaning your own word house and the way you have responded in the past. To master your words, work with the following tools. Tape recorder. As a tool for developing a golden tongue, you'll find it helpful to record your speaking voice. Read a poem into the tape recorder or speak your feelings on an issue. Then play the tape back and listen to yourself with a conscious mind so you can begin to purify your words and modulate your tone. Video camera. We speak with our bodies, so it's wise to study ourselves on video as we communicate with others. Observing how you speak and how you move will give you a full picture of your communication gifts and blockages. Be sure to include others in your video presentation so that you can witness how the world views you and interacts with you. Be up for change. Create your video presentation on day 1 of Gateway 1 and then again on day 7. Compare the results. Honor yourself as an African being. Charge yourself culturally and spiritually by studying your ancient African Nile Valley language, Metu Neter. Experience the healing and the high consciousness of our ancestors and their use of words. Throughout Sacred Woman, I will share with you some ancient power words for your ascension. Use them often to strengthen you as you grow through each gateway. Slow down your life enough to observe and record your words in these next 7 days. Begin your word surgery as you diligently correct what you say and think. All words have the power to break down or recreate. With the right words, backed up with a pure heart and correct intentions, you can start a new world order of divinity. It's all in the word. Make it your mission to choose sacred words to create a sacred life. As you continue to purify your life daily through sacred words, thoughts, and deeds on a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual plane, the words coming out of your mouth and back to you will be words of power, light, and healing. You will speak sacred words to sacred souls. Perform a talk fast over the next 7 days. Speak only when necessary. Watch each word spoken. Don't talk for hours. Watch your words. Become pure and organic. Observe a 7 to 12 hour talk fast, alone or with others who are doing the same practice throughout the week. Choose the appropriate flower essence from those listed on pages 134 to 135 to support your sacred word transformative work. Sacred word affirmation. Finally, speak the following affirmation daily, particularly after morning and evening prayer and meditation to begin to reclaim your natural and sacred self through your words. My life reflects the levels of the words I speak. Today, I am transforming my life to express my higher good through energizing, healing words. My sacred end of the week commitment. I commit myself to establishing and continuing the wisdom of Tehuti and the power of sacred words in all areas of my life. Ladies, go buy this book. Listen, Queen of Food and sold so many copies of this book, and we need to help her sell more. Okay? Go buy this book. All right, ladies, here goes the contract you need to make with yourself. Write this contract out, sign it, date it. There are power in words. I often teach regularly, and that concludes chapter 7, just so y'all know. I often speak concerning the law of suggestion. Listen, what we experience in repetition, we become. You need to understand that what you speak is something you are experiencing. What you listen to is something you're experiencing. What you watch on television is something you're experiencing. What you listen to on the radio, those CDs that you play in your car or your MP3s or hooking up your phone jack, whatever it is something you are experiencing. If you experience these things in repetition, if you experience I can't in repetition, if you experience I don't have in repetition, if you experience I'm not good enough in repetition, you become it. Whatever colors that you experience in repetition, you become. Whatever shapes you experience in repetition, you become. If you are in nature in repetition, you become nature. We become what we experience in repetition. This is the law of suggestion. This is what that whole chapter was about. Sacred words and words that are a lack of sacredness. We've got to change our words so we can speak into reality, the reality that we are, that is our birthright, everlasting life more abundantly. There is nothing that I can't do. This is what this hat says. It says, I can do all things. And make no mistake about it, I can. Yes, Ferdinand, the high school dropout. The high school dropout. I can do all things. It doesn't matter what the thing is. There is nothing that can limit me. There is no limits. I can do anything. I can go anywhere. I can achieve all things. These are words of power. Do you speak words of power about you? Do you speak words of power about your homies? Do you speak words of power about your children? Do you speak truth into existence for them? Do you speak wickedness into existence for them? Do you speak wickedness into existence for yourself? Do you speak strength into who you are? Do you know who you are? That's what this chapter is about. Listen, ladies, go buy this book. Read it. Get in some sacred woman circles and learn this material and practice it. We've got to heal the wombs of the women. Because without healing the wombs of the women, what happens is we still got a bunch of fuck niggas out here. We got a bunch of fuck boys out here. Well, why? Because they came from unhealed wombs. And those women who had these children, who had the ability to be netter, to be the netteru, they had this ability. That ability was snatched from them because the womb wasn't healed and they weren't ready. We can heal the womb through words of power. We can heal the womb through consuming nature. We can heal the womb through drinking water and following the directions of Queen Afua. Listen, it is the women who are the healers. Ferdinand may have a whole bunch of healing ability, but I make no mistake about it. Where the healing actually truly takes place is in the womb. And how we heal that womb, how we get that started, is by controlling our language. We've got to be disciplined with it. We've got to close those lips and be quiet. We've got to learn how to be in silence. We've got to follow directions from the Queen Mother. Queen Afua is one of the Queen Mothers. She isn't an ancestor yet, but she is definitely one of the elders. And I urge every single one of y'all out there, melanated or Caucasian, from the country India, from Australia, from Brazil, from the Virgin Islands, from Africa, from Morocco, from Egypt, from South Africa, from the Congo, from whichever African country, from all of the South American countries, from Mexico, from Europe, from Asia, from every continent. Follow the directions of the Queen Mother. We're going to keep going through this book. Tomorrow, we go to the God chapter. We go to chapter 7, Gateway 2, Sacred Food. Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, read this book. Listen to this book. Without this material, not necessarily just this book, but without the truth material, and there are multiple books with the truth in it. This is one of them. Without these materials, many of you are still wandering in the wilderness. You're no different than a manifestation of what is talked about in the Holy Bible. You are wandering in the dark, thinking that you're doing something special because your bank account say $75,000. I guarantee you that money don't mean nothing. But what does mean something is the wealth that you can manifest as a result of you controlling your language. The wealth that you can manifest as a result of you ingesting yourself back in nature. I'm going to leave y'all with this. One of my good friends, a family member, she's family. They were talking about how it might be challenging to drink water. It might be challenging to ingest themselves back in nature. Then they started talking about how the medicines that they're using are not effective anymore. For whatever reason, they're creating more problems than they're actually solving. And I told them this, and I'm going to tell you the same thing, and I hope you listening. You are the most powerful being in this multiverse. And you are allowing people who don't know what the hell they talking about to give you solutions to a problem that nature will fix with ease. Carry your ass on outside. Go on out there and be in nature. Stand on that grass with no shoes on and no socks on. Go on out there and find you some food. Pick up some books and identify these plants and know that that was created for you to help you heal. Dig that food up, bring it inside your house and wash that food. Bless that food. That dandelion, dig that dandelion up, the root and all. Bring it inside your house, wash it. Bless that dandelion. Understand that Neter is with you. The Netaru is with you. Speak the Metu Neter over that food and ingest that food and know that that food is going to be nourishing, and know that whatever you are dealing with, those fibroids, those cysts, the osteoporosis, the diabetes, the ADHDs, the dementia, know that it is going to fall off like dead skin. Because as you walk this path of righteousness to everlasting life more abundantly, there is no disease that can make it in that environment. This is a high alkaline environment. This is a high vibrational environment. This book tells you how to do it. Come on, mothers, read this material. Learn this material. Make this a movement of healing the womb. Extend the movement that Queen Afua already created. And I want to make it very clear to y'all. I've never met this woman. She and I have never talked. We've never emailed each other. I've never read this book. This is every single chapter that y'all hear me read. This is the very first time that I ever read that chapter, ever. I've never read this book before. This is the very first time. You and I are walking this path together for the very first time. Chapter 3, when I got super emotional because that was the very first time I ever read that chapter. And I could feel the wounds of women everywhere. I could feel the hurt and the pain in so many different women, my family members, people in Bangladesh, women in Antarctica, women everywhere. I could feel all of them, the pain that they have. And this is how we solve it. We solve it by stopping the trust to people who don't know what the hell they talking about. And we start to trust your brother and your sister. And we trust the queen mothers. Many of you need to become the queen mothers. You got some work to do. Get your ass outside. Come on now. Take your shoes and your socks off. Go on outside. Close your mouth. Be quiet. And listen to the sounds of nature. And allow that inner voice to tell you the next step that you're supposed to take. And after you get that message, keep your mouth closed and make that step. Make it in righteousness. Make it in faith. And understand that as you continue to walk that path, you will be challenged again and again. You will be tested again and again. And that's okay, because they come to make you strong. Y'all be blessed. And tomorrow, we in chapter 7.